Hey guys, Stanton here from Algotrading. Today we are going to be showing you two Forex trading strategies on the Bybit MT5 platform, and we're going to be focusing in today's video on the Euro USD. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's discuss the strategies. Well, firstly, it's very cool, I think, that now that Bybit supports MT5, you have access to all of these instruments. You can now trade not only just your crypto and meme coins using MT5, but you could also trade Forex, you could trade oil, you could trade gold, you could trade CFDs, and now, especially, you could trade Forex. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you two trading strategies for the Euro USD built on my Multifarious MT5 EA. If you want information about my Multifarious EA, the links are down below. Just go to our website. It is not only for Bybit. I'm a Bybit affiliate. I trade on Bybit, but the Multifarious works on any broker that supports MT5, and my set files have been tested across multiple brokers with guys from our Telegram group, so it does work across multiple brokers, multiple instruments. So I call it the Bybit Multifarious, but it is an EA that could be run on any MT5 platform. Alright, so let's go through the first strategy. I'm going to load up my tester here. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. And let's just go to the first one. Okay, so the first strategy we're going to load is, well, let's start with this because it's already open. This is my Multifarious Euro USD reversal strategy. So this is based on the Larry Connor's RSI 2 strategy. So the strategy goes, so as you can see, I'm going to just go through some of the settings. I'm taking maximum 3 positions, so I'll explain that a bit more later, and maximum 3 sell positions. I've got my stop loss, I've got my take profit, and my risk. I'm only risking 1% of my free margin every time we go into a trade. So it's a very safe strategy. So the first indicator that we're going to add is the moving average. So we have got the Euro USD chart and we've got the moving average. So what we're checking on this is that the price is above or below the slow moving average, and the slow moving average in this case is 95. So let's just chart that. So I'm going to add a moving average, and this is 95. And we're going to use the exponential moving average, and we're going to use the close price. Okay. So now, so that is the moving average. And what you could see, what's really cool about MT5 here is that the time frame that I'm using for my moving average is on the 3 hours. So I'm putting my EA on the 5-minute chart, but I'm looking at indicators on the 3-hour chart. So why I do that is that, you know, on the 5-minute chart, you might not get a complete picture of what the longer term range is, or what the longer term trend is. So in this case, we want to look for a longer term trend. So we want to know, is the longer term is going up or is it going down? So that is why I'm using the 3-hour time frame. You could change this to whatever you want, but what's very cool about MT5 is that you could use indicators on different time frames while trading on a particular time frame. So I like trading 5-minute chart. I've always used 5-minute chart, but sometimes I use indicators on higher time frames just to get a better understanding of the trend. And the next one is my RSI settings. My RSI settings, so I'm using the RSI indicator and I'm checking to exceed levels. So what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at the RSI 2 period. So let's just graph that. So this is based on the Larry Connor's RSI 2 strategy. Indicators, so I'm going to put in the relative strength index, I'm going to 80-20, and I'm going to put 2. Okay, so what you see here is that don't worry too much about this time frame because it is a longer term. I'm just adding the moving average just for visual purposes. But how the strategy works is that if you are in a downtrend, so if your current price is below the 200-day moving average or the 95 period moving average, and remember this is on the 3-hour chart, and the RSI goes above 80, it will look for a sell trade. Now the converse of that is if the price is above the 200-day moving average, or whatever period you want, and the price goes below the 80, it will go into a long trade. So you can see here, this would have gone into a long trade here, it would have gone in. It wouldn't take a short trade. So we'll go up to our take profit, then it goes down again. So you'll keep trading these dips. So it's essentially buy the dip strategy, or sell the rises. So if you're below the moving average and it goes up, it will start selling. So in this case here, that wouldn't have sold yet. That we would have had a sell there. We've come down, you would have another sell here, and then it would have come down, and then you would take your profits. You would take your profits whenever your stop loss kicks in. Alright, so that is the first strategy. So that is the Larry Connors RSI2 strategy. And another thing I just want to point out, we're on the multifarious. As you can see, I've got a lot of inputs, so you could configure hundreds of different trading strategies. But another thing I want to point out here is that you've got the ability to choose which days, trade on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever you want, and then between which hours you want to trade. So if you want to trade, for instance, I think this is when the euro market wakes up. So we're going to say, like, we want to trade between 8 and 4 o'clock. So that is the main trading hours of the European market. Alright, so that is the first strategy. The next strategy, and let me just show you a back test for that strategy. So I've already run the back test. You could see, pretty decent graph. The back test is, so we have initial deposit of $200, and this is, I'm back testing over a 3-month period, by the way, from the 2024-08-27 till today. So we had initial deposit of $200, a net profit of $100, and you could see our drawdown is only 2%. So very safe strategy. We have a 92% win ratio, and you could see that we have 11 consecutive wins to 1 loss. So very, very, very nice safe strategy. Now we're going to talk about the next strategy. The next strategy is one of my favorites of the moment, is my moving average crossover strategy. So I'm just going to load the set file for that. Remember, all of these set files are available for download in my Telegram group. Just join the Telegram group and you have access to all of these set files that I create. We are going to load, I'm going to create a new folder for Forex, because I'm going to do a couple of videos on Forex. So let's go through the strategy. So again, we've got our stop loss and take profit. We risk in a little bit more this time, and I can explain to you why, because we've got a very short take profit. So it's a scalping strategy. We want to get in and out quickly, and and if it does happen to go back to our stop loss, we're only risking 5% of our equity, which is not bad. Okay, so the first type of moving averages we are going to be using, this is a trend strategy. So in Multifarious EA, the trend strategy works is that if the if the fast moving average is above the slow moving average, we are in an uptrend. If the fast moving average is below the slow moving average, we're in a downtrend. So the slow moving average period for this is 115, and the fast moving average period is 10, and we are running it on the 30-minute chart. So I'm going to just plot. So we've already got a slow moving average in here. I'm just going to change the properties. So this one is 115. And then I'm going to put in a fast moving average, and just remember it's on the 30-minute chart, so it doesn't really reflect what is happening. And the other one is 10, and we can make this one red just to show the difference. And then we're going to plot the MACD. So let's go to our MACD settings. So we're not using RSI in this one. We're not using the Fibonacci. We're using the MACD. So we're using the MACD cross strategy. So if I add the MACD to the chart, and the settings are 2, 21, and 8. So you can see what's happening here. So where would we have taken? We wouldn't have taken a trade in here today. So let's see where would we maybe gone into a long trade. Yes. So if the fast moving average is above the slow moving average, and this crosses below 0 and above 0, so we would have taken that trade. would have come down, we would have taken that trade, we would have taken a trade over here, and just rode it all the way up until it starts coming down. And once it came down, you could see the fast moving average is below the slow moving average, and it crosses below 0 over here, we would have taken this trade over here. You can see that is two very simple strategies. Let's run the back test for this one. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we've loaded the set. So you go to inputs, you right click, you say load, go Bybit. You could store your sets wherever you want to. You load the set. I'm testing from, the reason why I'm testing from this date is because this is the date that they launch, and they actually don't have tick data prior to this date. So fortunately, this is what we've got. You know, you can buy tick data from Tick Story. There's other ways to get tick data, but I think for now, 3 months worth of data, 3 or 4 months worth of data is fine for me. And we put it live or onto a demo, not into a demo account, on a small live account, and we let it run for a few days, a few months, and just check how it performs. And I think, you know, it gives you a lot better idea how it does, and you could just make those small tweaks if required. So let's run the back test for this one. Let's have a look at the graph, and I'm running it on every tick based on real ticks. So for those backtesting purists, you'll get to like that. So you can see this is essentially a no lose strategy. Oh, there we had one loss at the end there. Okay, so in that period, we deposited $200. We had made $100, so that's 50%. So if you take these two strategies, combine them, running both of them, you're making 50% every 3 months. Combine them, you're making 100% every 3 months, so really good returns. And you can see we have a 6.9% drawdown, which is a little bit high, but you know, not that bad. And then you've got a 99% win ratio, and you can see we have 54 consecutive wins for every loss. So it is a sort of scalping strategy. You take a lot of quick trades, a lot of profits, and then occasionally you get that big loss. So you could see, I mean, our largest profit trade was $3, and our largest loss trade was $19. And our average profit trade is, you know, almost $1, and our average loss trade is $6. So it is a strategy that you need to just like watch, but you know, I mean, you can change the optimizations, you can do whatever you want, but I think it's a really good strategy. A 54 to 1 loss. So even if you're making $1 per trade, you're making $54 before you're losing $19. So you're averaging about $30, you know, before you hit your first loss. Okay, so those are the strategies, guys. Hope you enjoyed the videos. The details about my Multifarious EA are down below. Like, subscribe, join our Telegram group, get access to all these set files, come ask questions, come say hi, and we'll see you guys soon. Cheers.